Namaste everyone. Today you are going to learn procedure of Niruhavasti and time of its administration in this Panchkarma series. Hi, I'm Dr. Sonika Nadda, Panchkarma consultant and assistant professor. So topic of the day is procedure of Niruhavasti and time of its administration. In Panchkaram, when we do any procedure, the whole procedure is divided into three stages. That is first stage, main stage and after stage, that is Paschat Karma. So these are called Purv Karam, Pradhan Karam and Paschat Karam. So let's start with first phase, that is Purv Karam. Purv Karam, that is preparatory stage for the Niruhavasti, is examination of the patient, preparation of the Vasti Dravya and preparation of the patient. So these are the main thing we have to do. In examination of the patient, you have to do all the Dashvida Pariksha, Astavida Pariksha, general patient examination, vital examination, per abdominal examination, and in this case when you are giving Niruhavasti, per anal examination is also important. Okay, so the next thing is the next preparation you have to do, you have to prepare the basti. As in last class we have discussed all the ingredients of the basti and the process how to prepare a Niruha basti. So when it is well prepared, it is well filtered and it should be in lukewarm temperature before introducing into the patient's body. Okay, then next is preparation of the patient. In patient preparation, you should tell to patient about the procedure. Okay, you have to tell patient what you are going to do and how much time it will take, so patient will be mentally prepared to take the therapy. And another preparation is you have to do Sthanik Snehan and Swedan to patient. Here is a situation that if patient is already taking Sarvang Abhyangam and Sarvang Swedan, and immediate after that you have planned and you are going to give Niruhavasti, then maybe the Sthanik Snehan and Swedan is not required. Okay, it is only the case when patient has already taken just before the whole body Abhyangam and Swedan. But if it is not like that, then it's very important to give Sthanik Snehan and Swedan before introducing the Niruhavasti. So in Sthanik Snehan Swedan, we have to do local abdominal massage and lower back massage. Okay, so this can be done for the 10 to 15 minutes. You can cover even the thighs, both the areas. Then you have to give Swedan. You can use the Nadi Swedan also, and if it is not possible, then towel steam also can be given. But it should be done with patience and properly, because it really helps to relax the body, the lower abdominal body part relax, and it really gets ready to receive the benefit and receive the content of Niruhavasti. So this is really very important. So in Purv Karma, we have learned examination of the patient, preparation of the Vasti, then preparation of the patient by counseling and by doing Snehan and Swedan. Okay, then just after the Snehan Swedan, you have to tell to patient he should get free from his natural urges before administration of the Vasti, because you should not introduce Vasti Dravya if patient is feeling like or having the urge of going toilet or passing urine, and he's just planning to postpone it. Maybe after the taking the Vasti I can go to the toilet. No, you have to ask, you have to inquire the patient and just tell him to go to toilet and get free from the natural urges, because it may create the complications. And we are going to discuss in another classes, in Vyapak classes, that how if you introduce Vasti, if patient is holding his urges, it really creates some complications. Okay, so it's very important. Yeah. The another point is the time of administration. According to Acharya Shushruta, the time of Niruhavasti administration is Madhyana Kala. That is first phase of afternoon. It comes between 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. During this time, the appetite is just started but not present in excess. Very important to note down here, the Niruhavasti should be given in empty stomach, but exceptions are there. In Vaitarana Vasti and Kshara Vasti, which we are going to discuss in the next classes, you can give light breakfast, not the very heavy, but the lighter one you can give in only in Vaitarana and Ksharavasti, because they are very Tikshna in nature, they are very sharp in nature. But in the regular Niruhavasti, you should not give breakfast to the patient, and Vasti should be given in the empty stomach. Okay, but according to Acharya Charak, Nirohavasti should be administered when the previous meal is well digested and patient is in the right state of mind or in the calm state of mind. It should be given on the auspicious day in the Shukla Paksha. This is mentioned by Acharya Charak that the Vasti should be given in the auspicious day and Shukla Paksha. Here commentary Tika is there by Chakrapani. He said, according to him, in Shukla Paksha, all the positive energies are really very active, and in the Krishna Paksha, the negative energy is dominating. So, according to him, when some disease happen to a human being, that is also something which is negative is happening to the human body. So he said, even though it is Krishna Paksha also, then it's not a bad idea to take that negativity from the body out, even in the Krishna Paksha also. So he said, we can do the Niruhavasti even in the Krishna Paksha also. So we can do Basti in both the Paksha, in the Krishna Paksha also and even in the Shukla Paksha also. The point is patient should be empty stomach, the previous meal should be well digested, should be in the right state of mind. According to Sushruta, it's Madhyana Kala. More practically, in practice, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Okay, so that is about the time. Reason of giving Niruhavasti in empty stomach is because Vata is more dominating in empty stomach and Niruhavasti can tackle Vata very well and eliminate malas. So when patient is in empty stomach or when everybody is empty stomach, at that time Vata dosha is more predominant in body. That is why in some part of our country, mainly in the North India, the first taste which we give in the food, that is the sweet, because sweet is well efficient to tackle the Vata dosha, which is predominant in empty stomach. But that is different part. Okay, that is about the eating. But the point here to understand, when patient is in empty stomach, the Vata is more predominant. So that is why in Basti is only the line of treatment which is advised for the Vata. So that is why it should be given in the empty stomach. So that was the Purva Karma. Now we are going to discuss Pradhan Karma. That is the main action. Means what are the steps we have to follow when we are going to introduce Basti into the patient's body. The first thing, when Basti is prepared, well filtered, it is warm, you have explained everything to patient and the room is ready, table is ready, therapist is ready, everything is ready around. Now you have to tell to patient, and patient is free from the natural urges. You have to tell to patient, lie down on the left lateral position. Okay, patient should lie on his left side, extending his left leg and folding his right knee. The right knee, if possible, it should touch the umbilical. It is possible when the patient is very really lean, but in obese it's little difficult. Yes, and that's the right position of the patient, and his left arm should be used as a pillow. So that is the right. You can see in this picture. Okay. The next step you have to follow. Patient is lying down. Make patient relaxed, because sometimes there is a anxiety. If somebody is taking the therapy first time, make it calm and relaxed. Then do the anal examination. Look for any, is there any fissure or any piles or any fistula is there or any local wound. You have to look for that. Look for the examination and do examination. If possible, do two finger examination also. That really make patients, the local area, that area really comfortable to receive the Basti. But you have to tell to patient what you're going to do. Then lubricate the anal area, lubricate this nozzle with the oil. So why to lubricate? Because it becomes smooth to introduce it, right? Then you have to insert the nozzle into the anus and the direction should be toward the vertebral column. Just wait for the few seconds. Let the body adjust it. Let the body receive it. Don't do hurry worry these things, okay? And then you have to give compression to that Vasti Putaka in which you have filled the Vasti. So it should be pressed with a constant pressure toward the vertebral column, keeping some residue in the Vasti Putaka. Keep some material, Vasti Dravya in Putak. Why? In an enema bag. Why? Because it contains air and you should not introduce that into body. Okay. Then it the whole this compression of Basti Putaka, it classically they say it take 30 matra kala, that is around half to 1 minute. Then slowly you just take it out if it is when you just whole thing is introduced. Then tell to patient lie down in the supine position only for 30 matra kala. आपको पेशेंट को बोलना है सुपाइन पोजीशन में आप लेटे रहिए कितनी देर तक 30 मात्रा काला फॉर निरूहावस्थी, फॉर मात्रावस्थी इट इज 100 मात्रा 100 मात्रा काला 100 मात्रा काला. ओके, जस्ट टेल टू पेशेंट लाई डाउन supine position for 30 matra kala. Then next step is tell patient sit in Utkat asana. This is the asana, Utkata asana. You have to tell to patient sit. Here some problems come. If patient is having knee pain, knee stiffness, osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, the patients are really in very pain, they can't sit, don't force, okay, don't force. But if somebody is comfortable to sit in position, it's better, because after that patient will start feeling urge. As the urge arrives, patient should allow to go to toilet. A short and okay, when he finished with his urge, his finished with the basti has come out in the toilet with the doshas and with the fecal material. Then you have to tell to patient take a short warm water quick bath. The bath should be, it should not be the the regular bath, long bath, आधे घंटे वाले बात. No, should be very short, quick, and the water should not be very cold, it should not be very hot, it should be quick bath. You have to tell to patient. Now the patient is done with the bath also. Here paschat karma started. Okay, you have to give something to eat, because the time is 10 to 11 a.m. and patient was empty stomach, he will be feeling hungry. And when you do samyak, when you're going to observe samyak niruhavasti lakshana, there is one lakshana that agni vriddhi and ruchi for the ahara. So you start feeling this, and this is the immediate symptoms, immediate samyak niruha symptoms है. ये दो लक्षण आते हैं उसमें, that immediately he'll start feeling hungry after the bath. So here, according to Ashtanga Hridaya Sutra Sthana, 19th chapter, 50 shloka and 51 shloka says the food should be selected according to Vikrit dosha, which dosha you are treating through the vata, which is the underlying condition. So according to that, you should select the food. For example, if it is Pitta Visheshan, you should give milk. If it is vata, you can give mamsa rasa. If it is kapha, you should give yusha. Okay, so we have options. We can give milk, we can give yusha, we can give soup, and in South India they give kanji. In North India we give khichdi also. So that is a selection of the food. The condition is the food which you are going to give, it should be light to digest, well cooked, and should not be very hard. Okay, it should be very light and well digested food you have to choose. That is paschat karma. Then you have to give guidelines to the patient about his diet, about the lifestyle which he has to follow the whole process of the basti, in the whole procedure of the basti, and even after that. Then there is a observation of samyak niruha lakshana, ati yoga niruha lakshana, and ayoga lakshana starts. So that is comes under paschat karma. And if is there any complication or vyapak, then its observation and its management. That is, these are the points which comes under paschat karma. Okay, which I am going to take in the next class. But next, see, we just discussed niruha basti administration with the basti netra and basti putaka. But there is another method also. The administration by enema apparatus is the most common method practiced currently all over the India due to its simplicity in administration and very less complications. So I'm going to discuss this method which we are commonly using to introduce niruha basti. So this is a enema apparatus which we use to give niruha basti. This is enema can, and this is a rubber catheter. Here the lukewarm basti dravya is filled into this enema can and then connected to the catheter through the connecting pipe. So what we have to do, we have to fill the basti dravya here, and we have to connect it, and this is the nozzle before and this need to connect with this here, the green part. Then this part can be introduced into the anus, which is really very comfortable, and 2-3 sizes it comes. Okay, so before introducing this into the body, we need to remove the whole air from the catheter, and oil is applied to the tip of catheter and then inserted after applying the oil to the anus. Okay. So yeah, that's what. Now the importance of position in Vasti Pranidhana means when we was introducing the Vasti, I have mentioned that patient should be lie down in the left lateral position. So why the left lateral position only? Why it is not the right lateral position? Because Acharya Chark has mentioned here, and Chakrapani has clarified that also. The position, because when we give Vasti in the left lateral position, Vasti Dravya reach up to the Grahani. That's what he said. And Acharya Charka told here the Grahani, the location of the Grahani and the rectum and anus, these are in the left side of the body, and they comes in the one alignment. Okay, and when you introduce Vasti, they are telling because of that alignment it reach up to the Grahani. So that is a reason why the left lateral side of the body is chosen by the acharyas, and this position is explained for giving the Vasti. So that's it for the today's class. In the next class, we are going to discuss observation part, that is Samyak Niruha Lakshana, Ati Yoga and Ayoga, and maybe the Vasti Vyapat and its complications. Okay. So wish you a great day. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.